Hola clase, ¿cómo están ustedes? En este video vamos a repasar lo que hicimos en clase. También vamos a hablar de lo que necesitan hacer para las tareas. So hi class, hope you're doing well. And today we're going to review what we did in class and we're going to talk about what you need to do for your homework. So let's get started. Vamos a ver lo que hicimos para martes el 29 de junio. Y nosotros repasamos unas prácticas, more so at the end of class, things that you all maybe had some questions about, unas frustraciones, comentarios, aclaraciones, comments, frustrations, clarifications that you may need. Es muy importante traer esos a clase. It's very important to bring those to class, especially if you're not able to meet or do it calendly with me outside of class. También repasamos los pronombres, and you can find this in el libro de texto en las páginas 61 hasta 65. So all the way through those pages, 61 to 65. Y específicamente hablamos de los pronombres de sujeto, yo, tú, usted, él, ella, nosotros o nosotras, vosotros, vosotras, ustedes, ellos, ellas. So those are pronombres de sujetos. So what you learned the first couple of weeks of clase en español uno. And it's good to review these, right? Because there are más formas de pronombres. There are more forms of pronouns. Tenemos pronombres reflexivos. And pronombres reflexivos are parts of reflexive verbs that indicate that the action is being done to the speaker or the actor. In other words, you do this action on yourself. Y típicamente estos verbos son verbos para cuidar a la persona que está hablando. Por ejemplo, lavarse, to wash oneself. Whenever you see se on the end, think of that as oneself. So it's just the infinitive with se. That tells you, ding, 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 it's reflexive. So you need to take that se and make it for the yo form, me, or te, for the to form. So an example would be, yo me lavo, tú te lavas, usted se lava, él o ella se lava, nosotros nos lavamos, vosotros os laváis, ustedes se lavan, ellos o ellas se lavan. So that's just a really simple example. Some are stem changing, like acostar, so don't forget about those to make sure you stem change. También hablamos de los objetos directos. And so this is all outlined when you click on this here, and I'm just going to give you a quick example what it will take you to. So it takes you through pronombres de sujeto, reflexivos y objetos directos. Básicamente, en pocas palabras, objetos directos son palabras en una frase que reciben la acción. So basically, direct objects are words. It could be a person or a thing in a phrase that receive the action. For example, I touched the computer. What received the action? The computer. I spoke Spanish. What's the direct object? Spanish. Although you can't, Spanish is not holding out arms, receiving. It was acted upon. We saw the man. The man is the object. You may be thinking, well, I'm thinking of people as objects. Well, things or persons. It's thing or person or object that receives the action, right? And if an action is done to a person, you want to use a personal ah. This is all in the notes. You want to look through those because your tareas will require you to know those, and that's what we're checking for. Lastly, hablamos de la Argentina. Y estos apuntes se pueden encontrar en las páginas 59 y 60. So a little bit about Argentina before we end this video. Argentina está en el cono sur. Argentina is in the cono sur, or the southern cone of Sudamérica, rodeado por Paraguay, surrounded by Paraguay, Chile y Uruguay. Argentina es como 3 o 4 veces más, 4 veces el tamaño de Texas, 4 times the size of Texas, which is increíble, ¿no? hay 15 millones de habitantes, the 15 million inhabitants. Buenos Aires was once considered the Paris or the Paris of Sudamerica. I'm not so sure that's considered that today. There are other ciudades como Rio, there's Santiago, Chile, y otros países, Montevideo, Uruguay, that have become very prominent. And so it's not the only big economy in Sudamerica. Uruguay, mucho más pequeño, but there's some similarities between Argentina and Uruguay. You might hear the word che somewhere between these two countries. It's a common word that people use there. It's not the word that everyone says. ¿Qué significa che? It's just a phrase. It's just an interjection, right? In España, people say vale. It's kind of like okay. I'm not sure if it's exactly the same in Argentina. I've never been actually physically in Argentina, like I have in España and Mexico, but it's a fun little phrase. And if you want to imitate someone from Argentina, or if you want to identify, is this person from Argentina? If they say che, they might be. Or they might just be having fun, right? So, haz clic aquí para escuchar una persona de Argentina, Matías Beverinotti. So, I kind of struggled with that last name because it's not Espanol. It's not a word that, well, first, you don't see a lot of double T's in Espanol. So, what's going on with this apellido? Matías es de Argentina. If you click on this link here, you'll see a little video of him talking. Pero Matías es un estudiante en la Universidad de Kansas, and él es de Argentina. And en Argentina hay una gran población de gente con herencia italiana. This great population of people with Italian heritage. So you have a lot of double letters. The most famous, well, there are lots of famous futbolistas, soccer players from Argentina, Diego Maradona, who's passed away recently. There is the most famous now, which is Lionel Messi. And Messi se escribe M-E-S-S-I. So Lionel Messi, his name is spelled M-E-S-S-I. Well, you don't see a lot of double S's in Espanol. So it's Spanish speaking, but it has Italian influence. And you see a lot of that in Argentina. Sí, es de Argentina. So what do we need to do for las tareas? Para esta noche, el 29, y para miércoles, el 30 de junio. So do you go through this? I'm going to leave it up to you to go through it at a slower pace. I'll just go through really quickly. And if you have preguntas, of course, you do want to try to contact me through Calendly. Estoy listo para ayudarles. Buena suerte y nos vemos en clase el jueves, el 1 de julio. Hasta luego.